What is up, guys? JT, resident dog fishing. Not on the water. You can see I got the cover about halfway pulled back off the boat. Last time I was out just goofing around, had a couple issues with it. One mainly being my power pole's not going down. So I'm going to troubleshoot that and go from there. But got the hatch opened up. There's my pump there. Check the fuses, check the voltage on my batteries. And I don't know how old or how long, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap the batteries out on my console remote and on my handheld remote. So for starters, I'm gonna start with the handheld remote. The CR 2032 batteries. First of all, you gotta get your lead off. Then where your lead ties in, there's a little hole there. Pry it apart. I think a flathead would probably work better. I'm using a pick. But just get it apart. Top piece comes off. Got a rubber gasket here. Peel that off. And your remote drops out. There's your battery. If I had to wager an educated guess, it ain't the battery, but we'll start with the simple stuff and then move on up. You got your remote here, the battery will slide out the bottom. Just like that. We'll slide the new battery back up in there. We'll put her all back together. There's actually a little groove that that rubber piece fits into, so make sure you get it pushed back up in there really good. Put it back together. When you push the button, you should get a little red LED light. There we go. That's good to go. I seriously doubt this is going to work, but kick the power back on. Nope. Yeah. So that didn't work. So now we'll get into swapping the battery out on the console. I'm gonna try and do this one-handed, but just get in behind there, pry that off. That'll come off. There's stuff up in there. Again, your little rubber gasket will come off. And then you gotta, that's where the pick comes in handy. Trying to get that circuit board out. That's got to come out. There it goes. Because that battery will slide out to the side. we go. Got that loose. Take that out. Flip you around here. And that's the same way. That just slides out to the side. So you remember which way your battery goes in. And we'll stick the new battery in there. Slide the new battery in. That back in. Get that put back in. Whoop. So try to do this one-handed isn't very easy. Let me do this two-handed. Hold on. Easier two-handed. Just make sure that gets all the way in there, and put your cover plate back on. Give her a test. LED lights are working. So the battery's not it, because I know these are new batteries, and power pole is not doing nothing. So, like I said, I don't know when those were changed last. So, better start with the easy stuff and then move on. But that's not it. So, let's take a look at the pump. So, I'm getting the green light flashing up top, so it's getting power. But what I want to do is just check my voltage. My engine started fine and all that, so I mean, everything's pointing me towards it being the motherboard, but better to check everything so when I call power pole, I can give them all the answers. All right, so these are good. Remotes are good. I've heard that they've had trouble with the motherboards, and that's what everything is looking at. So, I know I'm getting power. Even the switches in the back don't even work. So that's that problem. I'll give power pole a call and get a new motherboard. Be back with you. All right, so checked everything on the power pole. What I couldn't show you was trying to do it with two hands and get down there with the camera. I couldn't do it. But the 12.3 volts I was getting was actually from the motherboard. You can take the motherboard out. There's two prongs that go in. You check your positive and negative leads there. And power pole has a pretty simple troubleshooting guide. Power pole anchor will not operate in either direction. Is the indicator light in the pump blinking? Mine was. We want the next one. Is the indicator light solid? No, it's not. It goes down. Is the indicator light blinking green? Yes. Verify proper voltage to the circuit board. That's what I was checking with my multimeter. I was getting 12 volts there. Voltage should reach 12 volts at the motor assembly. So if proper voltage is found, the solution, replace the circuit board or the motherboard. So I gave PowerPole a call. Great guys over there. Told him what I went through the process. He said, yep, the motherboard's bad. So the problem with the older style that I have is there's actually a relay on that motherboard, and that's where they're having the issue with. He said you could tap that a few times and it may work for a little bit and then go out again. I said, you know what, let's just get a new one. He said they've bypassed that relay issue, so new one's on the way. When that gets here, I'll show you the process of swapping out the motherboards and reprogramming the remotes. If all that goes well, be back on the water. Wait for that to get here and we'll head it back over to the boat. All right, y'all, we're back on Robalo. Let's swap out this circuit board and see if we can get her going. There we go. All right, so get you a better angle. So there's a little tab underneath here. We'll flip that up. That comes off. Peel the little rubber grommet off. There's a circuit board. So say you can use the other end of the oh, my light fell. The other, bless it, come on now, stay up there. There we go. So you can pry this out with the other end. Yeah, that works out pretty good. There we go. Voila. So there we go. There's the old one. You can see that little relay he was talking about. Here's a new one. Doesn't have the relay up there anymore. So we'll throw a little dielectric grease on there and get her in, and we'll see if she works. So it's just, I mean, you don't want a whole lot. Just enough to coat it. All right. So this is pretty simple. Just gotta make sure those two pins line up in the hole. Boom. Just like that. The rubber gasket goes back over. Make sure we get that in the right spot. Best. Click that down. There we go. Now, the moment of truth. Let's put a little power to her and see what happens. We got a little audible tone. That clicking, I gotta figure out what that is with my radio. But it dies out. Okay. So we got the audible tone, which is good. Hit the down button. It was up. There we go. Sweet. We are working now. We're programming the remote. Alright. So to pair, there's a little orange button back here. No, the pump's in the way. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Push and hold that till the light turns green and it beeps. See, it's flashing green now. Push and hold. Beep. Up here to this. Press and hold. There we go. Programmed. Voila. I already did the remote, but that's a nice thing. Down, up. So there we go. That's a pretty short and simple tutorial on pretty much everything the power pole is going to give you problems with. No, in short, replacing the batteries on both your remotes and replacing the circuit board and reprogramming the remotes. Got any questions, drop me a line. I'll help you out as best I can. If not, reach out to the guys at JL Marine, hit their website, they'll set you straight. Now it's time to hit the water. See you out there.